I gotta take this off. I can see it.
This is the old one, by the way.
Huh?
The old intro.
Oh, yeah. I like to be educated. Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What the hell? Ooh. Yeah, I look like I'm really flying through the wind. Got the eyes going on. And lips. I could have had a little ass up in there, but okay.
Ain't got nothing to do with me. Got to take it up with God.
Oh my God. You're too funny.
You know what time it is. And for y'all that's already watching, y'all already know what time it is too. The girls in the building, Slim, Jay, you are watching Just My Opinion. Slim Jay. Don't forget to smash that like button. Thanks for showing up. And all that good stuff.
Hello. Thank you all for tuning in with Slim J, Just My Opinion. I know some of y'all want to lay down and go sleep because I definitely do. It's Thursday and it's that tired day. The hell with hump day. But anywho, here's me, Slim J, Just My Opinion. So go ahead and get your popcorns or your favorite treats to sit down and tune in. Make sure you hit the like button on all those social medias. We got some good stuff for you tonight. And we're going to do that part two on that Mo 3. That is serious. So, anywho, I hope everybody day went well. It was a little steamy out there today for those who work outside. But, you know, those who work in the AC, the hell with y'all. Sucking up all that AC. I'm mad at y'all. No, just kidding. But anywho, man, if you tune in last week, you know that we were talking about Mo 3 and Yella Beezy in Dallas, Texas. And he just did, he went crazy. I mean, he went too far with it. So what I'm going to say is that, you know, we already dying of health problems. We already dying of because of BS, and it's plenty of money to be made out there. You just gotta go out there and get it and know how to get it. You don't have to sit up there and take somebody's life because they outdoing you. Learn to outdo them if that's the case. You know, come on. We got too many things going towards us as young black men, especially. So I just hate that they even went down to this level to take somebody's life. I mean, this Mo 3 had 3 kids. They young. They would not see their dad because of the fact that you was jealous and irritated about what went on. You and your goons, you know. And I know Trap Boy allegedly is Freddie is running around and trying to not be caught up. But hey, you know they're gonna get you. This Texas baby, they don't give a damn about you, especially when you're black. They gonna catch that ass. So anywho, we're gonna let y'all see a little more of this Mo 3 and let y'all see that young Yella Beezy is in jail and not getting burned out, because they said why. You put yourself in there. You didn't pull the trigger, but you set it up. So it's gonna all melt down until Dallas is doing a circle, and I hate that they doing that out there, because I mean I think if I don't like you, I move around from you. I don't be in your circle. It's Dallas is a big state. I mean, I'm sorry, big city. You don't have to be up in that person's lifestyle. You got the north side, the south side, the west, the east. Move around. Let your music grind. Let your thing do what it do, and keep it moving. Make your money. Don't let a female kitty cat or the streets get you. You had it going on. Both of y'all had it going on. Y'all had it going on. One is dead, one is in jail, and what they do? Nothing for you. What did you prove? Not a mother ducking thing. But just go ahead and look at some of this, and then I got some more stuff for y'all, because we're gonna get back to the Houston life.
So real quick, Slim, do you want to go ahead and do some icebreakers, or do you want to go straight in and do
Oh yes! Oh my God, y'all! I'm so busy trying to get to my last little story. Y'all gotta look at some of this stuff I was checking out. It is so funny. My reactions are very funny. I thought it was hilarious. So let's tune in and see what you think.
All right, now let me know if you can hear it or not.
Know if white cock or black cock is right for you. Let's talk about it. It's important to know that both will get the job done, but depending on your needs and what you need to fill, one is definitely better than the other. In my case, I will be choosing the black cock for the front. If you are working with a large gap or hole, you will see that this is going to work beautifully. Now for the back door, my preference is a white cock. As you can see here, the split that I need to fill is much smaller. This is going to be perfect. Now I know some of you may be thinking it's a little excessive to have two different cocks to get the job done, but I am all about the max efficiency in the shortest amount of time. Work smarter, not harder. Or is it harder, not smarter? It's also important to have the right size tip for the hole that you need to fill. Even if your cock is well used and pretty beat up like this one, don't worry, it will still work. Now the black cock is fairly new to me, but I did decide to go with a larger tip due to the size of the hole that I am working with today. You're going to want to hold it firmly and apply light pressure to the tip, and then gently rub it into the crease or hole that you are wanting to fill. It can be a little nerve-wracking at first, but don't be afraid to really get in there. Go ahead and really work it into the area, as any excess mess can be cleaned up at a later time. Once you have filled the hole, you're going to want to take your finger and gently rub along everywhere you have put the caulk. I advise that you use a glove for protection. Fortunately, I didn't have one handy and I was eager to get the job done, so I went ahead and went without. If you're not afraid, I think this gives a very smooth finish. Pro tip, you're always going to want to keep a rag around if you're not using a glove, just to clean the excess mess off of your hands. Sometimes it gets a little sticky when it gets hard. And now that it is hard, I am very satisfied with the result. Well, I hope I was able to assist you in whether choosing white cock or black cock was best for you. Or in my case, I needed both to get the job done to my satisfaction.
My God. Oh my goodness. When I saw this, I was trying to, people sleeping, and I was just trying to mind my business, just getting on Facebook with that crazy ass shit. I could not hold myself, because I was thinking, like, just imagine if you wasn't looking at the video and you just was listening to the words that she was saying. It's crazy. And I really thought it was funny as hell. I mean, I hope y'all thought that was funny. And I know y'all went there, because y'all got little dirty minds. But she was just talking about corking the ceiling, the panel. Yeah, that part. But yeah. Woo. That was definitely funny. Okay.
You guys want to hear a funny joke?
Sure.
Okay. You're so much more willing than I am.
I know, she's over me.
This better be good now with a setup like that.
Right?
Why did the Avon lady walk funny? Because her lipstick. Her lipstick. Her lipstick.
That's funny.
Stop. Oh,
Her lipstick.
Oh my god.
that poor Avon lady.
Okay. What do tofu and dildos have in common? They're both meat substitutes.
I hate you.
Get it? Okay, ready? Don't cover your face because I like to see your eyes when you laugh.
You make me nervous.
Okay, what's the difference between an enzyme and a hormone? You can't hear an enzyme. You can't hear an enzyme. You can't hear an enzyme.
Thanks, Jan.
Do you guys want to hear a funny joke?
Sure.
So I think with that one, I thought it was funny because I mean, like, if you tune in what she's saying, when she laughed harsh or something, like, you know, I don't know, starting up. I don't know how to explain it, but just her laugh is crazy to me. But of course, you know, her jokes was as funny too. I hope y'all enjoyed it because I definitely did. I am actually crying from the first reaction that y'all saw because that shit had me crying. I can look at that over and over. If I have a bad day at work or just a bad day in general, I can just go to that video and look at it and I would laugh. Like, that would get me just started on a whole nother level. So I hope y'all enjoy that one. And I don't remember what the next one was, but like it's a little frozen. Oh, the girl ain't playing. Whoa. Now on this one, I think whoever that little girl grow up to marry, he better be ready because I mean she's taking licks like a soldier. Um, she just probably fell down like a couple of times compared to him falling down several times. She about that life and she ain't gonna go for no bullshit. So I give her much props and she held it down. And
My phone starts ringing. I take a look. It says Pendejo number 2 is calling me, which means my supervisor is calling me after hours. So, of course, I am not picking up the phone. Text message, Junior, it's an emergency. Junior, help us out. Pictures, videos all over a broken fire sprinkler pipe, okay? They got a major issue on their hands, and they don't know where the cutoff valve is, okay? And I'm not saying 1 because I don't give a fucking 2. I just got an 80-cent raise 2 weeks ago. This knowledge worth way more than 80 cents. sense, huh? And yes, I'm petty as fuck. Today I come into work. That said supervisor is waiting for me with his two little henchmen. Oh, Junior, oh my God, we were calling you last night. It was an emergency. You didn't answer the text. Why didn't you answer? I was like, you were calling me in an emergency? He's like, yes. I'm like, what number were you calling me? He says, my number. I was like, that's the problem. That's not the number that you call in case of an emergency. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, everyone knows that the number that you call in case of an emergency starts with a 9 and ends in a 1-1. You don't fucking call me. He's like, oh, Junior, that's so unfair. I'm like, no, it's not unfair. You didn't include me in the emergency fund money when we were talking about raises 2 weeks ago. You gave me 80 cents. 80 cents does not equate to the amount of information that I know. And you're my supervisor, right? He's like, yes, I'm your supervisor. I'm the authority figure here. I was like, bro, if you're supervising someone, you should know the exact same information that person knows. That person should rely on you for information, not the other way around. Huh? How can you make more money than me and no less than me? This doesn't make any sense, which brings up a very important question for yourself. If you find yourself ruling, supervising other people, make sure that you know what you need to know and you don't find yourself depending on an asshole like me that's going to remind you how fucking stupid you actually are, okay? And he says, oh, Junior, we offered you a promotion. I was like, you offered me a trap. You offered me an extra $3,000 a year for an extra 10 hours a week. How the fuck does that make sense? I already don't like you. If I have to spend another 10 hours a week with you, I would probably hate you and myself for allowing myself to put myself in that fucking situation. So a promotion is not really a promotion. It's a trap. You're not letting me live, and every single second that I spend here, every single fucking minute, I'm not any happier. So why would I do that to myself? He's like, oh, if you're not happy, you know what you got to do. I was like, yes, I got to tell you to fuck off. And that's what I'm doing. So you can fuck off. You could tell HR. I know you're going to say you got to go to HR now. No. Fuck HR too. I'm not going. I'm taking a mental health day. I'm having a mental breakdown right now. Oh my God, my head fucking hurts. I'm going to go see a doctor. And you know what they're going to tell me? Yes, you had a mental break. And I'll bring that paper in, and then there's nothing that you can fucking do about it. So fuck off, okay, Phil? 11:30 p.m. last night. My phone starts ringing.
I thought that was so cool because I have a person that I work with, and they actually know more than certain supervisors out there. And I thought that was like a good thing to bring to people's attention. You have to be educated on how you handle your job ethic and your education with it, because when you let those people know that you know a lot, then they go ahead and use you, and you end up doing it, but you don't get paid for it. So the less you show them about how certain things go and line up, then you say, hey, I can do this, but I need that money. If you don't give me the money, then I just can't do that because I got to put myself in a certain way. And I can't tell you all everything that I want to tell you because, in fact, I probably have some of those people looking at me on my podcast that I will be in time about. Y'all don't get all my information. I know y'all be looking at stuff. Catch up on another level. Huh?
You got one more reaction, and then it's off to the races. So here's your last one.
Oh, really? I thought I only did 3.
You sent it last minute.
Hey, I'm just letting you know I won't be able to come in today, man.
Is everything okay?
Yes, I don't know what's going on. I just rushed down here. I was called.
Man, this dude is at his house. I mean, like, background.
Hospital. I don't even know what's going on.
Don't cry.
I can't. All I can
cry. It's okay. Don't cry.
Look at her through an incubator. I don't even know. Nobody's telling me nothing. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to come to work. I don't know.
Family is all that. Family matters.
I just want to call you.
Don't cry. It's okay. We understand.
There's a lot going on today. I'm at the hospital. I just want to let you know there's a lot going on.
Yes, take all the time you need.
Yes. I don't know how long I'll be here.
We be here. Call us if you need us. We here for you. Just call us if you need us.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh my Lord.
Hey, baby, you want something to eat? I'm heating up some steak.
That was just too damn smart. When I saw that video, I was like, what a freaking good idea. I would not try that because, like I said, I know people look at my podcast. I mean, I couldn't do that. But I think it was a great idea. But anywho, we're gonna go ahead and get into this mode three and let y'all understand what's going on. And again, y'all can always, check it out about the Yellow Breezy and mode three recovery, and the updates on what's going on with this case because it's not gonna end here, what I'm telling you. It's actually going on some more and every day it's update on this case. But I'm gonna briefly do this because like I said, my next topic is very, very important to me because it is an ongoing case right now, and I can't wait to just see the end of it. But anyway, let's carry on to Mo 3.
Yella Beezy has been in plenty of drama, but this might be the moment it all comes crashing down. Explosive leaked footage has just surfaced tying him to Mo 3's murder, and the internet is losing it. What started as friendly competition quickly escalated into an all-out war, with diss tracks flying and tensions reaching a breaking point. But Mo 3 saw it coming. He rapped about it, warned everyone that he had a target on his back, and when the moment finally came, he never stood a chance. But here's what doesn't add up. Beezy always acted like Mo 3 wasn't even on his level, so why is his name now tangled in the very thing that ended Mo 3's life? And more importantly, how did it get to this point? The murder footage. On March 20th, 2025, the hip-hop world was shaken when Beezy, real name Marquise Conway, was taken into custody. Authorities claim he orchestrated a deadly hit back in November 2020, allegedly hiring Q and Dontrell White to carry out the crime. But the real shocker? A chilling new video has just surfaced, sending social media into a frenzy. The footage captures the victim, rapper Mo 3, real name Melvin Noble, desperately fleeing for his life along Interstate 35E in Dallas. It was broad daylight on November 24th when chaos erupted. Mo 3 abandoned his vehicle, sprinting down the highway in a last-ditch effort to escape his assassin. Fortunately, a Kroger 18-wheeler had its camera rolling and caught everything, the moment and of course the chase that led to Mo 3's death. At first, everything in the clip seems ordinary, just another day on the highway. But then, two cars suddenly appear. On the left, a gold sedan, Mo 3's vehicle. On the right, a black car belonging to the shooter, Qin Dontrell White. In a calculated move, Qin, the owner of the black vehicle, floors it, surging ahead in a chilling attempt to cut off Mo 3's escape. By now, it was clear. Mo 3 knew his life was in danger. Instead of panicking, he slowed down, carefully searching for a way to maneuver past the black vehicle without making himself an easy target. Every second counted. Every move was calculated. But then, in a moment no one expected, Mo 3 made a shocking decision. Instead of trying to speed past Qin, he came to a complete stop and got out of his car. But what's even more puzzling is what he did next. Instead of running immediately, he moved toward the passenger side of his vehicle. Was he reaching for his gun? If so, why not grab it before stepping out? That brief hesitation, those few critical seconds, could have just been what sealed his fate.
Now,
unfortunately for Mo 3, his assassin was already
with that right there. I don't know if you all knew. So he was on the phone talking to Trap Boy, and he was knowing his moves. And not only that, they sit up there and I don't know how they got in this dude's car, but some kind of way this gun that he keeps in his car just disappeared. It's not there anymore. So they already knew what was going on. You have 7 people after this one person. You got a Ford Mustang against a Honda Accord. Now, I don't know exactly what kind of Honda Accord he had because, Honda Accords, they either go 4-cylinder or they go V6. So with that said, you're not really going to speed against this man in a dang on Mustang. So it was good for him to slow down. But the bad part is he should have tried to get his gun that he thought he had in his car before he went around there. But I mean, I hate to be ugly about this, but I mean, it's sad. I'm not gonna say it. It's sad because this didn't much have to go down. It wasn't that deep. You one person jealous because you hit the baby mama. That's her cat. You're not married to her, and even if you was married to her, if she wants to do that shit, you got people do that shit all the time. So, oh well, carry on. It's like you got move on. And another thing is that it's money out here to be made. Bring up your rep game, bring up the whatever you got going on, do better at it. And don't only be good, but down there try to be perfect at it and make your money. You don't have to take nobody's life and take that man from his kids. You don't even think that that was heartless. And the crazy part was more heartless is that you didn't even do it yourself, and you hating on this man. You went and did a different route and got somebody else involved in that and paid them 40 something thousand or maybe 100,000. I don't know. And your bond became more than that, and you can much get that. Y'all want to lower it down. This whole situation shouldn't have happened. I hate that it happened. I hate that we have our rappers out here in Texas acting like this. It's crazy, and it's not only in Texas. I mean, like I told y'all in the last segment, we had Tupac, Biggie. We done had numerous of rappers that have done this. Now I haven't seen no R&B rappers act like this. Well, let's see, Drake, Kendrick Lamar, maybe, but it's still not that serious. They hitting each other in the gut on songs in their rap music. Keep that shit going on because that's what your fans like. That's what y'all feed these throwed off people out here is that biggery. And it works because you get more sales, more people looking at your music, your videos, on the social media and putting a thumbs like up on that. But taking somebody's life, that's too far. But carry on.
On the move, Kewen had just stepped out of his vehicle, armed with what appeared to be an SMG, and began walking toward Mo 3's car. The moment Mo 3 bolted, Kewen sprang into action, chasing him down without hesitation. Then, just as the tension reaches its peak, the footage cuts. After a while, Kewen is seen entering into the footage, sprinting back to his vehicle before speeding away, leaving behind the aftermath of his deadly pursuit. We can see that Kewen, no doubt, reached Mo 3. A passerby captured this heartbreaking scene of Mo 3 lying on the freeway as someone desperately tried to revive him with CPR, a grim end for someone of his talent, lying motionless on the asphalt, his life fading with each passing second. Tragic, no doubt, but his death wasn't exactly shocking. Mo 3 had been saying it in his music for a while. He knew he had a target on his back, and there were people out to get him. Now with Beezy getting indicted by a Dallas County grand jury for capital murder, accused of hiring Q1 to take Mo 3 out for money, or the promise of it, there's only one thing on our minds. How did it even come to this? Beezy and Mo 3's long-standing feud. Yella Beezy and Mo 3 were both rising stars out of Dallas, but they came from different sides of the city and moved in different circles. Yella Beezy grew up in Oak Cliff, while Mo 3 was from North Dallas. Beezy kicked off his music career by dropping mixtapes on SoundCloud, but his real breakthrough came in 2017 with Lightwork, Volume 2, featuring the hit single That's On Me. The track climbed to number 25 on Billboard's Hot R&B/hip-hop songs chart, and a star was born. By 2018, a remix featuring 2 Chainz, T.I., Boozy Badazz, Rich the Kid, Jeezy, and Trap Boy Freddy put Beezy's name on the map in a major way. From there, he collaborated with hip-hop heavyweights like Chris Brown and Young Thug, and even opened for Beyonce and Jay-Z. Mo 3, on the other hand, had a different come-up. He attended Berkner High School in Richardson and dropped his debut mixtape, Shataz, in 2014. 2 years later, Shataz Reloaded caught the attention of Baton Rouge rap icon Boozy Badazz. Their connection grew stronger over time, leading to a joint album in 2020 featuring a remix of Mo 3's hit single Everybody, which peaked at number 136 on the Billboard 200. According to his obituary, Mo 3 knew he had made it when he was filming the music video for Broken Love with Louisiana rapper Kevin Gates. The track quickly trended at number 8 on the top 10 chart, solidifying his rising fame. His
Now,
obituary highlights.
you see how both of these guys is moving up on charts. I mean, like they doing good. So I think it started to be that vibe is I need to be better than you. And if you better than me, then I need to take you out. And like I said, it shouldn't even got to this. It's tragedy, it's crazy. These young black men need to walk away from shit instead of sitting up here trying to handle stuff yourself. I mean, like I said, jealousy comes from either you jealousy of what a person is doing better than you, or you jealous because that person pulled a bitch that you used to talk to. I'm just calling it like it is. But at the same time, go out there and get your shit, make your money. It is plenty females out here that can, talk to you, and you probably find one better than the one you was with. It's make your money, do what you gotta do. The world is big, move around. We got Scarface, and we got I'm trying to think of his name, Kiki. You got all these people here in Houston, and I know some of them have had some bickering going on, but they not taking nobody's life because there's plenty of money out here. Let's get this bullshit over with because we already know he got caught. We already know that these mother duckers are gonna start singing because when you talking about in penitentiary time, when you talking about being locked up and you can't get out of jail no more, you can't lay against something softly. You gonna have to lay against something called steel, bricks, and maybe get some oop in your, you know what? You ain't gonna be too strong up in the jail. Now them be some real ass shit going on. Come on. Let's go.
Eyebrows, with many seeing it as more than just bad timing. It felt like a not so subtle hint at his involvement.
Man, whoever got the freeway blocked out need to get y'all shit together, dog. God damn. They ain't on the freeway. The law got the freeway blocked out all the way on Pope, dog. What they got going?
Freddie didn't stop there. He followed up by posting a tribute to some of his fallen soldiers, a move many saw as a clear sign that revenge had been served. Now, with Yella Beezy indicted by a Dallas County grand jury for capital murder, accused of hiring Q1, it looks like Trap Boy Freddie isn't sticking around to see what happens next. Word on the street is he's on the run. One fan's comment summed up Trap Boy Freddie's situation, saying, "Trap Boy was all up the street recording near Mo. Dead body ain't no point of doing this. Run, buddy." Trap Boy Freddie might just pull a Tay K on us. Remember Tay K, the rapper who was on house arrest but had a brilliant idea just days before his hearing? He posted this, then decided to cut off his ankle monitor and make a run for it. And not only did he go on the run, but he also dropped a whole song and a music video while dodging the feds. Of course, that didn't last long. U.S. Marshals tracked him down, dragged him back to court, and now he's looking at over 5 decades behind bars. Trap Boy Freddie might just be taking notes. Meanwhile, in Dallas, folks had been piecing things together way before the news of Yella Beezy's indictment broke. The whispers had been getting louder, and Beezy couldn't dodge the questions in interviews forever. He denied any involvement every time, but it wasn't just what he said, it was how he said it. The nervous energy, the awkward shifts, the way he acted right after. Yeah, people were reading between the lines.
I did want to ask this is, you barely acknowledged it. You barely ever had anything to say about it, but there was a lot of tension, at least on records or people talking online, between you and Mo3. Now that he's passed, how do you view all that?
During his No Jumper interview, he straight up told Adam the Fed that he didn't have any kind of beef with Mo3.
I ain't never had no tension with nobody.
Right.
Trash.
Right.
I ain't never been no tension with nobody.
Trash. That's just trash. And I don't know who in the hell told these guys that going to jail make you gangster. Some of them guys go to jail and they get punked. They get, screwed. When I literally say screwed, like they literally get screwed. And they come back out while they in jail, they somebody bitch. But when they come back out here to the streets, then they want to act all hard. Then the hard, somebody that you already know that's really truly hard, they come back and try to be all hard. And then when another person get out of jail, they've been in jail with you, call you out how you used to get punked up in jail, then you get in your feelings. Going to jail is not cute. I remember, some of my people used to go to jail, and my family be like, I'd be like, what's such? Oh, he in college. He in college? What college he in? Then find out college is jail. Okay, did he get any kind of degree while he was down there? No, probably not. Because he was probably, or she was probably getting molested or beat up. Or that going to jail ain't no damn, a ticket to being a gangster. Being a gangster is smart and not getting caught. So that bullshit. Don't let these folks sell y'all these wolf tickets. Being a gangster is being having street sense and book sense and making it out here and making your money. You don't have to show people what you're doing. Just do it. Shit, what did Michael Jordan say? Just do it. Call it a day. All this in this society right now, I mean, it's so damn screwed up. Shit, they don't know what to do. Between people want to be hard and people being on these damn drugs and shit, I don't get it. Y'all, God sit high and look low. So just because you think you're getting away with it, is no, you're not. And the crazy part about all that, see, when I was younger, we didn't have internet, we didn't have cell phones. So now you dumbass people take your cell phones and do what you do, and then you go get on the internet, do what you do, and then your stupid ass get caught. That's good for you. You should get caught. Because you ain't as fucking, I mean, excuse me, you not as good as you think you are being a gangster. Let's get this shit over because this is working on my nerves. I'm just too through with these people doing stupid stuff and taking people's life. You're not God, and you shouldn't much try to step up to that level. But trust and believe, every man, every dog had their day. And when I said every man or dog, that means women's too. Carry on.
Arrested in East Oak Cliff, Dallas during a traffic stop. Officers pulled him over around 5:50 p.m. on Sunnyvale Street for traffic violations. During the stop, police discovered multiple firearms in his vehicle, a black GMC Yukon with bulletproof windows. Beezy, then 29, was arrested without incident and charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. As a documented gang member, he was not allowed to have handguns in his car. In August 2021, Yella Beezy got arrested in Texas after being pulled over by law enforcement during a routine traffic stop. What initially seemed like a standard stop quickly turned into a serious legal situation when police allegedly discovered over 400 grams of a controlled substance and multiple firearms in his vehicle. Authorities claimed that during the search of Beezy's car, they found a large quantity of drugs along with several weapons. The controlled substance they seized was initially reported as a felony level amount, which meant Beezy could have been facing severe drug-related charges. Given the quantity, there was speculation that law enforcement might pursue a distribution-related charge rather than just simple possession. However, Beezy immediately denied the allegations and challenged the police's claim about the drugs. He insisted that the supposed narcotics were actually hand sanitizer that had been wrongly identified. He took to social media to voice his frustration, arguing that he was being unfairly targeted and that law enforcement had jumped to conclusions without properly verifying what they had seized. Beezy's defense team worked to disprove the claim that he was in possession of illegal substances, arguing that the police had misinterpreted what they found. As for the firearms, Texas has relatively loose gun laws, so the legality of the weapons in his car was unclear. He may have had them legally, but the circumstances of the stop raised questions about whether he was carrying them in a way that violated any statutes. Despite the serious nature of the arrest, the case didn't lead to a major conviction. Over time, the charges seemed to lose traction, with the evidence regarding the so-called drugs coming under scrutiny. Since no substantial conviction followed, it suggested that Beezy's claims may have held weight, or at the very least, that the evidence wasn't strong enough to pursue serious penalties. While this arrest didn't end in a legal disaster for Beezy, it was yet another run-in with law enforcement that added to his record. Alongside his other legal troubles, it contributed to the perception that he was frequently involved in criminal investigations, whether justified or not. But man, do his troubles not end. In October 2018, Yella Beezy was the target of a brutal shooting while driving on the Sam Rayburn Tollway in Louisville, Texas. The rapper was hit more than a dozen times, but despite the severity of the attack, he miraculously survived. However, he was critically injured and had to undergo immediate medical treatment. According to reports, Beezy was driving early in the morning when an unknown assailant pulled up alongside his vehicle and opened fire. His car was left riddled with bullets, forcing him to lose control and crash. Emergency responders arrived quickly and rushed him to the hospital, where he received treatment for multiple gunshot wounds. Given the precision and intensity of the attack, police suspected the shooting was a targeted hit rather than a random act of violence. At the time, Beezy was a rising star in the Dallas rap scene, and his growing success had drawn both fans and enemies. police. The shooting immediately sparked speculation about who might have been behind it, with many believing it was tied to the ongoing tensions in the Dallas rap community. Some pointed fingers at his well-documented feud with Mo3, as both artists had been taking shots at each other in music and on social media. However, no direct evidence surfaced linking Mo3 to the attack. Adding to the mystery, no arrests were ever made in connection with the shooting. Law enforcement investigated but never publicly identified a suspect or a motive. While some in the Dallas music scene saw it as a clear retaliation attempt, others suggested it could have been linked to separate street conflicts or personal issues outside of music. There was also the case of Boozy getting shot. Remember that? Apparently, rumor has it that Beezy shot him. Boozy Badass collaborated with Mo3 on the track Wade in the Water, which many fans interpreted as Boozy aligning with Mo3 during his disputes within the Dallas rap community. Then, in November 2020, Boozy Badass was shot in the leg in Dallas shortly after attending a vigil for Mo3. How strange. Yella really hated Mo3, but he also gets hate from other rappers too. Go Yayo, a rapper from Fort Worth, had his own tensions with Yella Beezy, adding to the drama. Within the Dallas-Fort Worth rap scene, Go Yayo often called out Beezy, questioning his authenticity and claiming he was an industry plant rather than a real street artist. He implied that Beezy had
Now,
industry
see,
backing that helped him rise to fame.
you see how much time these young men have to go against each other. And I guess that makes they rap, all that. And I mean, because that's of course that's what it's called entertainment. So if I can entertain my fans about putting somebody down or whatever, okay, yeah, that's fine. But you don't have to take nobody's life. You you do the crime, you're gonna do the time. You're gonna get caught one way or the other. That's just how it is. You're not gonna you're not much gonna to be able to just really live like that. You're gonna be on a run all the time. I mean, killing somebody and selling drugs, that's what you want in your life. You want your kids to have to fear laying down thinking they safe. That's what you want. It's too much money out here to be made to be sitting up here worried about what a person gonna do. But it's that tit for tat. This ain't no mother ducking comeback, motor comeback. It's not no Tekken. It's not no PlayStation 5, 1 through 5, Xbox, shooting people, killing people. They get up, they move. It's a cartoon. Out here in this real life, they don't get up, they don't move. But guess who get caught? You, for a jealous, irresponsible situation. I pray that the young black young men in general, and now it's some of these girls, they not women's, that's getting out here in that lifestyle too. I hope y'all get y'all shit together because life out here is getting hard and it's getting deep. And y'all putting it all on Facebook, social media. Y'all doing too much, and you're gonna get caught. Your cell phone that you carry with you every day, it's a baby computer, and it have towers that it's connected to. So don't think that you're not gonna get caught. FBI, all them look at your social media, they look at your cell phones, and they know where you are at all times. And guess what? Try to delete it. It's gonna come back. That shit gonna come right back. Get a cell phone, delete some shit, and think you can't pull it up. You can. So I pray that you youngsters get y'all shit together, get your education, get a job, because when you work hard for something, it's worth working hard for it because it lasts longer versus going out there taking, stealing, and trying to do harm to somebody else. Because what you do in the dark will come to the light. Karma is a mother ducker, and it bites hard, even when you think you got away with it. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to our next episode, and I hope that everybody that was in the Mo3 case, get it. get what's going on with them. I mean, like I said, you do the crime, you do the time. Don't think you're gonna get away with it. Even if you get away with it in the eye of law, you won't get away with it in the eye of God. Even if you don't believe in him. Oh well, come on, let's carry on. So my next case is uh Carmelo Anthony. I'm trying to some of my shit not come out right.
Karmelo Anthony.
Carmelo Anthony. So this young guy, and he went to a track meet. You know, if you was looking at TBH last night, they covered some of what was going on with Karmelo Anthony, and he's charged with murdering another team at a track meet. They set this young man buns so damn high until it was sad. I mean, once I look at this program, it was crazy to me because 750 million to bun out. I mean, you got people that gets out of freaking jail every day that done committed so many crimes, and they go get a bun for a little bit of nothing. Like, I don't understand how that happened. Not only that, I don't know what they had going on. I used to run track. I played a lot of sports. And I don't know if they ever met before. Some people say they have. Some people say they haven't. But I feel like if you play sports, when I play sports and stuff, every year, you know, I pretty much ran against the same people, or let's say, you know, graduate or whatever. But your track meets are the same people that from 9th grade to 12th grade. You know, you'll have track meets, and if you were still up in that track meet, you'll meet up, and you probably have some issue with some people or whatever, and maybe not. But he was allegedly this guy, you know, this little boy just went over there. Your music loud. This little boy went over there to their tent, and they wanted him to get out their tent, and he decided not to, and they decided they're gonna, you know, take it to another level. Now, if I have two people coming towards me being aggressive, yeah, I'm going to respond. I may not pass the first lick because my mom always said don't pass the first lick, you know, let them pass the first lick. Well, I'm small, so I ain't gonna lie, I may pass the first lick. But anyway, you gotta watch what you say to these youngsters nowadays, because these youngsters, they really going through some major issues. Society is real German. The music is loud. These kids are really going through a lot of issues right now. It doesn't make sense why they're doing it, but you don't know what's on this child's mind and what he's going through. So we're gonna listen to a little Karmelo X and I forgot the other guy's name, on how he protect him. In some of the cases, I think that it was okay. In some of the cases, I thought it was rude, because I don't think I don't necessarily want to bring everything to a black and white or racist thing, but some of these people are bringing it to a racist thing. So we're gonna let you look at this and see what you think, and then I'll come back in and tell you what I think. Let's get it.
A fight, who didn't threaten nobody, who was sitting where he got a right to be sitting, was threatened more than one time, was physically attacked. He defends himself, and then all of a sudden he's in jail for. But guess what, brother? We gonna stand behind ours like you white folks stand behind yours.
Okay, let me
that
be
young
clear.
brother was attacked.
I know you're yelling because you really get worked up when you internalize it, but shame on you. How absolutely despicable for you to sit here and try to draw this false equivalency between Rosa Parks and this scumbag murder, right? Shame on you for living a life defined by make-believe grievance that you seek a pulpit to lie to people. And let's talk about those lies.
And he passed, my son watched his brother in his arms. I need a break.
Incredibly trying.
So for people who want to know, why were you selected? I mean, what is your experience? I mean, you had to be really good.
I can't speak as to why I was selected. In any case, it's important to have an attorney that you connect with, that you feel.
Alright, what's up with the YouTube fam? I'm back again with another video, right? So look, if you're a supporter of the channel, make sure y'all hit that like button and leave a comment here and there. That way y'all can stay engaged with the channel and y'all can continue to receive notifications when I do post videos. Other than that, we're gonna go ahead and move forward into this whole situation. So look, I gotta start it off the right way by saying RIP to Austin McCalf, and I want to send my condolences out to the whole entire family and anybody out there that had a genuine love for him. I really do hate that this whole situation took place all together, but you know, it is what it is. It already didn't happen. I just want to say that I really do hate that there's so much division going on. It's just crazy these days. But look, okay, so if you don't know what's going on, I'm going to give you a brief synopsis of everything that took place, but I can't just, dwell on it too long because, we got to move forward. So look, basically it was a track meet going on. It was a young man by the name of Karmelo Anthony. He went to the track meet, and it was two young men that were there too as well, Austin McCalf and his brother. So I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I ain't gonna sugarcoat this shit, man. Look, they was bullying him, and it led to them, getting into an altercation, and somebody's life got taken, which was Austin, right? Now, it's so much division going on because people are saying that it shouldn't have went this far, this and this and that, and I understand that. And the main reason why I haven't been talking about this whole situation, well, I said I was going to tell y'all all the details, but basically, Karmelo went to jail. He had $1 million bond. Today, they lowered the bond. And then he ultimately got out today, a while ago, right? Now, the main reason why I didn't talk about this is because really, we really don't know what the hell is happening. There's so many witnesses, so many different people saying so many different things. I just feel like that we do know that there was some bullying going on and it never should have happened. And I want to say, a lot of people crucifying Karmelo, and I can understand that. And you got to realize and understand too that you got to teach your children to keep their hands off of other people, not justifying anything that took place. So make sure you pay attention to that. I know somebody's still gonna try to argue. Just get your weird ass on.
I think as well. Okay, so let me bring this up. I think as well as what he was saying is teach your kids to keep their hands to themselves, and you also need to teach your kids because these kids right here they get off. And I'm when I say kids, I'm speaking in general. These kids have the worst attitudes, and y'all sit up there. Some of y'all sit up there and y'all act like y'all don't know about it or y'all don't see it. I mean, their attitudes is just ridiculous. Some of the shit that these kids get away with, if I did that to my mom or my grandmother, I would get the hell knocked the freak out. They wouldn't much allow me to say things or get away with some of the things that these kids getting away with. And not only that, after you let your kids get away with it, you still let them have their cell phone. You still let them, go to different little events. You still go out there and buy Jordans and name brand stuff. You have to discipline your kids a certain way. I'm not trying to tell you how to raise your kids, but you need to make sure that let these kids that if you don't do a certain thing, then it's going to be some consequences behind it. You got an attitude. Why do you have an attitude? You don't have to pay no bills. Your job is to go to school, to learn, to graduate, and get the hell out of my house. But nowadays, these people are babying their kids so damn much and spoiling them so much, and they not acknowledge what it really means to actually work hard for and how to have something. No, only thing they know is I want this, I want that. And some of you parents go out there and get it. Your kids not even much making no A's and B's, they making D's, C's, and F's. Well, I just thought that a little cute on him. The hell with cute. Do they know how to, are their grades good? what are you doing to make sure that these kids is on a good path in life? What are you doing to make sure that these kids' attitudes are good? And I done had a podcast about this. I mean, if you follow me, then you know. But I say when you sit up there and you buy all this stuff for these kids, you cater to these kids, and these kids is doing nothing. They not doing no chores. They won't go outside and play. They stuck in their games, their cell phones. They don't know half of their homework, and you still turn around and take them shopping and get them what they want. Sometimes I think the damn kids is the parents. Sometimes I think the damn kids is pimping the damn parents. Cause you just go out there and get them whatever they want, and then they turn around with a badass attitude, or they got bad grades, or they just not doing what they supposed to do. But yet and still you give them what they asked you for. Another thing is, hell, nowadays grandma's what, 35, 40? The kids are raising themselves. You don't know what's on these kids' mind because you don't take up time with them. Some of y'all single parents and you cannot take time with your child, or you don't make time with your child because you have to work and trying to survive for your child. I get it, I understand it, but if you make time for anything else, well, I'll take that lie back. You can make time. I used to tell my boss man, I don't have enough time. He said, find time. And I never realized what that meant. Then when I started doing my t-shirts and stuff like that, I'd be tired as hell. But if my money's coming in and looking right, I made time for them orders to get out for those t-shirts. So you can make time for whatever you want to make time for. So you didn't make time for your kids and really see what's going on with those kids and how they feeling. Because I feel that this young man probably had something going on in his mind. And these two twins probably went over there, just being aggressive, probably said something really aggressive to him. Or I wasn't there, I really don't know, but kids are very mean. I mean, from the time I was in school until now, kids are still mean. And they got a better way of doing it because guess what? They got social media, right? So I felt that it got to a point where, yeah, they got on his nerves, or they rubbed him the wrong way. And he looking at two boys coming at him. He the only child. I mean, the only person that's standing there. Look, am I gonna get my ass whooped, or am I gonna whoop some ass? So this is a case that's very puzzling to me. I don't give a damn what color you are, but if I got two people coming towards me, then I am going to defend myself. Any means necessary. So let's see what they got going on, and then I'll tell you what happened today because I was looking at it this today. Okay, carry on.
But for the adults here who can clearly understand what I'm saying, I don't really condone and no BS like that at all. So yeah, I just feel like you gotta learn to keep your hands to yourself to avoid any type of situation, because you never know what nobody's going through, what they went through, and what they will do to you. Mm-hmm. But it's still not a justification to take someone's life. But
that's right.
I just want people to just sit back and just look at things for what it really is. It's easy to say what you would and wouldn't do in certain situations, but if it was your family member that was getting, picked on and hit and stuff like that allegedly, then you would understand them defending themselves. If it's got to be a drastic measure taken, then it is what it is. But a lot of people are asking other people, what would you do? What if somebody did that to your family? What if your child hit somebody and then their life got taken, or whatever the case may be? You got to understand this. You can't be biased in this. You got to keep it all the way real. If your child do that to somebody, it's a consequence that can be taken that can lead to something like this too as well. You can't pick and choose. You got to have that same energy all the way around. But I'm not condoning any of it. I'm just saying you just got to keep that same energy. I just feel like that overall, ultimately, justice will be served in some type of way, shape, form, or fashion. The child should have never lost his life, and at the same damn time, you shouldn't be out here putting your hands on nobody, addressing nobody, thinking that you can bully them and things like that, with really not understanding what this could lead to. I'm not here to pick a side. I'm not here to argue with nobody about nothing. That's why I really didn't want to talk about it, because people, you know, choose not to understand you on purpose, and nobody got time for that shit. But ultimately, like I said, it never should have took place. Nobody should have been bullying, and damn sure nobody should have got their life taken in this type of situation. But it is what it is. You know, you out here doing certain shit, and it comes with certain shit, so it is what it is. But I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and get into these videos. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on everything, and we're gonna talk about everything in the comment section. Like I said, you know, nobody should have been doing nothing to nobody. That's just how I feel. But I got a lot of videos for y'all to watch. Well, a lot of video footage for y'all to watch. So I'm gonna let y'all get into that, and we're gonna talk in the comments.
Texan has the right to defend themselves when they reasonably fear for their life. Self-defense is a protection that applies to each and every one of us. There are two sides to every story, and Karmelo is a 17-year-old kid and an excellent student. He is the captain of his track team. He is the captain of his football team. And prior to this, what was on his mind was what college he was going to go to. This is a tragedy all the way around for both families. Rushing to judgment, you know.
It definitely is a tragedy, and I hate that this happened with these kids. I mean, your high school days supposed to be your best days. It's supposed to be like the bomb.com of memories that you can sit back and tell your kids how you had fun, and you know, your sports that you did. You don't want this kind of stuff to happen. You don't want nobody to take nobody's life. You want to teach your kids to defend themselves, but like he said, keep your hands to yourself. And sometimes it's hard because how society works nowadays. I mean, some people thinking hitting a person solves a problem. It doesn't. It does not. Just like up in the Mo 3 thing, killing a person don't solve a problem. It causes a headache, and it costs you your life as well. So it's like one person is dead, and the other person's in jail. And this 17-year-old, he probably so confused, he don't know what's going on. But in reality, when your adrenaline gets so high, I honestly be telling people, when something coming towards me, I don't know how I'm gonna react. Because when you scared, your reaction, it seems like it's a different person. Your reaction is something that you don't much know what you're gonna do. So it is very sad. Now the thing is, I like about this lawyer is that he kept it neutral. He did not just go all the way on his client, and he did not dwell on, you know, the victim. He just kept it neutral, and he professional as well. But I think more likely that the people in general made this real big on races, you know, because it was a black and white situation. I don't think they should have done that. But I mean, it's just like me, Slim J, just my opinion. Everybody have opinion to speak, but nobody know really what happened, except those people that was around them and the person that did it. And at that time, I don't think he knew what had went on. He just went on reaction. So I know, Jeremy, we trying to wrap it up. Go ahead.
Trial by public perception and trial by media is not how we ensure justice is done. We are confident that after a full investigation, that the truth will come out. Thank you.
Mike, you took umbrage with the state's assessment that this was simple and brutal. Why so?
Well, the fact of the matter is, like I said, there's two sides to every story. and we've only heard one side. In any criminal case, the police investigate, and the defense is always far behind that. And so it is a one-sided investigation to this point, and even that investigation is still ongoing. So to say that it happened this way or that way is just not accurate at this point. All of the facts are going to come out, and that's why our system of justice requires that we keep our minds open and we let the facts come out as they are after a full investigation.
Is your client going to be able to make bond and get out today?
I anticipate that he will be able to make bond. I can't speak to how quickly that will go. Funds, in the funds that have been raised are not quick to come out. And then, there's obviously a process to the release process once bond is posted.
The big question that a lot of people have is, why was this young man armed on school property?
That's an understandable question, but it's not something that, frankly, we're prepared to even go into. This is something that I know the police and the prosecution want to get it right and want to have a full and fair investigation, and so do we. So it would be irresponsible for me or them at this point to start saying this.
So allegedly, because I'm trying to wrap this up, I know that we're trying to do the hour thing. Allegedly, Camille, I can't even say it now. Anthony, yeah, I said it's not much work for me. Karmelo had a weapon, which it's like to put up tents. I don't know if you ever went camping or whatever. Allegedly, this is what he had. Now they saying, how did he bring it to the track meet? Well, if you have these tents that y'all gonna put up for the team to sit under, then it's not that he bought it himself. It's that it was on a van or it's on a bus or whatever. So I'm assuming that that's what he seen, that's what he saw. Maybe it just the guy got too aggressive with him. I don't know. This is what I'm saying. This is just my opinion. So he grabbed it, whatever, and he stabbed the guy in the heart. Now you got your brother there who, said that his brother was bleeding in the heart. Now, got stabbed in the heart. So now you got to think, if you got all these people around, as they said, allegedly around, then why nobody step in? Why didn't the brother, step in? Because they twins, and most twins that I know are just even sisters, brothers, or whatever. They're not gonna let one person get beat up or whatever. They're gonna, even though it's not fair, but they're gonna jump in some kind of way to make sure that we can just go ahead, and we're not gonna let you beat. I'm not gonna let you beat my brother up or my sister up or whatever. They're gonna step in and try to help you as well. Well, okay. So after the stabbing, they called the father, and the father showed up at the hospital. The doctor came out, pronounced him dead. The twin, of course, like I said, they twins. To most twins that I know, they can feel each other and everything. They're very close, most of them. And so I can understand that it is gonna be hard, even if they wasn't twin. That's your brother, that's your sister. Y'all grew up together. It's a lot of things that's there. Now, as far as Anthony, like I said, he probably didn't even think about what was going on. I'm sure he having, allegedly, he probably having nightmares, confused on his reaction and everything. Now, in this interview, the father came out and he was, very Christian about it. He was saying that, he already forgave Anthony for, what was going on, and he want justice to be done, and he just gonna, keep it moving. So somebody asked to come up with the GoMe Fund thing to help with his son's funeral. He said he didn't think about it, and then allegedly they also came up with Karmelo Anthony's GoFundMe, and then it came to the point as they came up with this. Now today, they allegedly raised money to get this young man out of jail for his bond, and they've been getting threats. The family haven't got no money. I don't know where the money going to. They just been getting threats. Now they had the what is it called when they go? I'm forgetting the conference. You know, when they go and do the press to state their opinion. Karmelo Anthony's his family went and spoke. Now the victim dad showed up over there. Why did he show up over there? I don't know. I don't think that was a good idea because that could have went ugly because it's feelings involved either or. You know, their son is in jail, your son is dead, and I don't think you should have showed up there, but he did. And of course they escort him out. But the thing is, this is a sad situation between kids that it should have been, you know, a different way. Even if we raise our kids to the best of our knowledge to like a straight level is level line, your child have its own thoughts, but your child learn from the house. So it's like a bittersweet situation. So we're gonna, you know, elaborate on this some more. We're gonna, you know, just see where it goes because it is, like I said, it's sad. And we're gonna go ahead and get out of here because I know people gotta go to work. I know y'all gotta do a bunch of stuff. So if you tune in next Thursday, we'll have a part 2 on this and keep you updated on it as well. So thank y'all for tuning in with Slim J, just my opinion. Peace out.